right, there we go. Come on. Again, a round of applause for Mr. Simmons.
I guess most of y'all know I grew up right down the block from here, so this is always good. Come back to Jamaica, Queens. I got a long, long history with the Afrikan Poetry Theatre. I mean, a really long history. My first art show was here. Wow. That's a long time ago. You talk about you old.
I wish I was alive.
My first art show was here. I read my first, out of my first novel for the first time here.
Wow.
I read from this book when it first got published here. And now I'm going to read from this book. I guess everything I do, I'm tied back to the Afrikan Poetry Theatre. And tied back to Queens, tied back to my roots. I really grew up running these streets of Jamaica. When Bob told me we're coming back to the Afrikan Poetry Theatre to do some reading, I said, okay, feels like I'm coming home. And I am. What am I going to read first? I don't know. I got a new book that's not yet published. I'm working on it. And I wrote some poems. One of them, everybody keeps talking about Trayvon, so I figured I wrote something for Trayvon. I hope I brought it with me. These are poems from a book that's going to be called The Brown Beatnik Tones. They're a little different from anything, well, not anything I wrote, but anything that you guys in these books. They're very Trayvon again and again. Now these are a little flow of consciousness, a little strange. Might I tangle root, the clubfoot juju boy going to beg a ball, shit holy to heaven, heaving the rainbow flowing from America's mistress, long flung, curled and pampered, tied back, died, dead, holding tight the pink rabbit foot of destiny dice, the 3 dice game laid, frowning and prayed over again and again, until worn down, thin and weepy. You harlot, you painted-lipped demi-goddess, heathen hustler in baby blues, chugging down the future in tall boy graveyards, dancing the night away in Boston, in Denver, in Tampa, in Harlem of yore and song, on 8-track tapes smashed open and unwound, unfurled forever and ever in Philly, in Madison, in Memphis, in St. Paul under the Brooklyn Bridge, camped out hungry and angry. More than that, though, so much more than that to pay for.
Yes.
This one, I love this one too. I like them all. What the hell? No, I like, these are 4 o'clock in the morning poems. And I gotta wake up.
It's better than cable.
Oh, man. It's with the cable on. And,
right.
And the iPad going. And the poem pops in my head. I write it out.
Exactly.
Mail it back to myself. And email it back to myself. You know,
so I'm not
2 years ago, I didn't even have an email address, man. I can't get off the damn thing. Okay, this one, when you hear the titles, you'll know why I call it the Brown Beatnik Tones. This one's called Whimpers in the Dawn's Blue Do-Rag Raggedy Mop Head. My broken wheel skateboard don't conk its hair no more. Or chase down 3-legged dogs into blazing buildings, dip down in rank perfume and hollow-tipped bullets, wielding midwives and long lines awaiting a blue-black president next time that really eats them trotters and butterbean stew onto in front of America's fireplace, in the front of niggas sitting shoeless on the steps of the Liberty Bell, tolling, going gong, 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 bong, gong, into the weeping abyss and rolling rivers and then out to sea. To see what was written on the red soles of those pointy shoes the well-paid whores threw away in waste bins, shelters, bombed and blasted and homeless. We'll take them for a rib dinner and a lush lay, irradiated by that neon glow that I've always blinked, I love you in Ebonics and Mandarin. Sound familiar, not just mean and secular, like them rogue dudes that's been collecting the loot and hurling burning incense into the eye of the mob, assembled here to wait patiently. Where the hell the rest of it? Wait patiently for the thrilling end to the mystery here that's been woven way, way too tight.
All right. My
father was a poet. My first poet was Danny, and he was a Danny. He wrote a poem, I don't know, 1.5 million years ago, called "Black Man in the Window." And I was thinking about my dad the other night, a couple of nights ago, and I wrote a poem, "Black Man in the Window." Not quite in homage to him, but I liked the line, so I stole it from him.
There's honesty. There's honesty right there.
I said, I'm gonna steal my father's line. I steal a lot of. He has some good sayings. Like fun is fun, but you can't laugh all night.
There you go.
Good one. Good one.
Black man in the window. Might you muse my place in the window? On ends hours, reflection and sirens, children scatter from games, chance so long now. My elbows burn like cities in the 60s. After bitter disappointment and integration, it feels like I've blown to the sill here. An extra old off-color coat of paint, too thick to chip away. Like love pitted and set in its ways, like my thoughts of you often and reconstructed to fill the well of longing, the constant drain and deep digging of the little me that's left fixed to this damn window box seat. On the corner, the bus didn't stop once again, and now it's raining in my flower box.
All right.
All right, one more from the Negro Brown Beatnik Tones. This one's called Hey Man. Within the maze of days and wild summer, reaching to heaven beyond reach, inside the doors of golden brass, you are laid on sheets of whispers, gossamer thin and revealing. These tender visions of tender skin, slightly damp with scented oil and anticipation. The veiled innuendo written in pages of prose. The runner's legs cramping and straying, weary and juke joint light. Where I first saw you dance, winding forbidden hips, blowing like a flute full of sex and promise from blood-red lips that seemed like forever's poured kiss. I remember you before the silent times when abandon ruled the night and summer moons brilliant and bright, and you slipped your veil, revealing promises delivered yet never kept. By the oldest tree with deeper roots than time, I saw your name carved deep on a hanging branch, old and bowed. I remember you in the salt of your sweat. I remember your defiant stance and seduction. I remember your eyes flooded closed and your reaching winded for my embrace. There you go.
God bless.
Right.
All right. Sure. You want to do a little Q&A?
Huh?
Want to do a little Q&A? We have enough time for a Q&A?
I'm not finished reading.
Oh, so, excuse me.
We want to hear more.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
I got 2 more to read.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
we want to
If you
hear
don't
it.
mind.
No, sir, the floor is yours.
I mean, you was up there for half.
You know, man, I clocked in 10 minutes.
Okay, we want to hear some more.
That's the time for 10 minutes.
She'll tell you, Beverly will tell you.
Okay, okay. We want to hear some more.
You got my right on Facebook. She likes it, so you know.
I don't like it in
Okay.
Oh yeah, #1 fan right here, okay? Okay.
Double team.
I want to hear some
I
more.
want to thank Bob for bringing me out here.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. Thank you.
I don't know where Bob came from, but one day he was there. I was like, man.
I was stalking you.
They said I know we was best friends. No, man.
I'm like a pimple.
Then he became my poetry agent.
Yes.
Ain't hard to say no to.
He got one more for you.
It's hard to say no to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He got such a big, beautiful heart.
Yes, he does. God bless him. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I was like, can I say no? It's Saturday night. I'd rather be in Brooklyn watching the South. Bob ass. Where the hell I am?
Okay.
All right.
My man Bob. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. We love our Bob. We heart Bob.